Hey everybody, this is Mr. Ainsworth, and we're going to get into our second part of this lesson here. I stopped after a few examples because of video issues, but here we are in part two. We're going to talk about how to solve quadratics using the quadratic formula here. And as I said, I've already been through half the lesson here, and we made it all the way to this example here. So let's finish up here. This is where we left off. We're going to set this equal to 0 and get it in standard form by subtracting 8 on both sides. All right, you get x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Okay, so we got to find a, b, and c, right? Just as we always do in the quadratic formula. Here's a, and here's b, and here's c. A is 1, b is negative 2, not positive 2, and c is not 8, it's negative 8. All right, so you got to look for a, b, and c first. Secondly, you got to set it up. So x is equal to negative, or the opposite of b, which is negative 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 2 squared, that's b squared, minus 4 times a times c, all right, all divided by 2 times a. So you see me substitute in where I see b right here, so b is negative 2. You saw me substitute in 4ac, so a was 1. So I substitute in a, and then c, well, c is negative 8. It's 4 times 8 times c. So your first step is to substitute. Okay, so we did that. Now, second thing you need to do is simplify. Anytime you see a double negative like right here, you add the opposite. Okay, and you get x is equal to 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 here. Negative 2 squared is 4. I see another double negative right here. All right, 4 times 1 is 4 times 8, 32, so plus 32, all divided by 2. 2 times 1 is usually 2, especially tonight. Okay, so what do we get? We get 36 right here, the square root of 36. So x is equal to 2 plus or minus the square root of 36 divided by 4. But we know that's the same thing as 2 plus or minus 6, because the square root of 36 is 6, all divided by 4 here. So what are my two solutions? First one, we add 2 plus 6 divided by 4, and that's 8 divided by 4, and that's 2. Second solution is when we subtract. X equals 2 minus 6 divided by 4. That's negative 4 divided by 4, and that's negative 1. So my two solutions are 2 and negative 1. All right, quadratics have two solutions possible. Not always two solutions, either 2, 1, or 0, but in this case they have 2. All right, pause the video and try the next one. All right, and let's check your work here. All right, hopefully you're brave enough to do this on your own first. Well, you set it equal to 0. All right, you determine a, b, and c, and a, b, and c are right here. A is 1. All right, b is negative 1. Watch out right there, negative 1. C is negative 6. So you determine a, b, and c, and then you go for it, like you always do. Okay, always go for it. Okay, so you start off with opposite of b, right? Opposite of negative 1, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is negative 1 squared, minus 4 times a, 1, times c, negative 6, all divided by 2 times a, which is 1. So where I saw b, I substituted in negative 1. Where I saw a, I substituted in 1. And where I saw c, I substituted in negative 6. Okay, so your first step, substitute. Then you start your simplifying. Anytime you see a double negative here and also here, you add the opposite. All right, so you get 1 here, plus or minus 1, plus or minus the square root of 1 here. I saw a double negative right there. 4 times 1 is 4 times 6, 24, all divided by 2. So what does that give us? 1 plus or minus the square root of 25 divided by 2. And that gives us 1 plus or minus 5, because the square root of 25 is 5 divided by 2. So we have two answers. 1 plus 5 divided by 2, which is 6 divided by 2, or 3. And the other one, 1 minus 5 divided by 2, or negative 4 divided by 2, or negative 2. All right, I guess that's my cue. I'm going to pause.